Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Duo Group Ironman. In the last video, I was able to feed two birds with one scone, and by that, I mean I got two bird pets and I fed them. Or at least one of them. Yeah, I finally ended up getting the heron pet at over 500k Karambwans and over 41 million fishing XP, and I got the Kateson pet as well, which was at 774 rumors. I talked in depth last video about how fishing Karambwans has been my go-to AFK thing since I maxed a year and a half ago, but now I'm done with Karambwans and it feels like a big change, a big shift, a big milestone has happened. I still haven't quite figured out what long-term goal to work towards with my AFK time, but I'm sure I'll come up with something eventually. I did start doing giant seaweed runs again because I would like to get a big stack of molten glass someday, and the molten glass as well as rock Karambwans are going to be banked XP I'll be saving until after my teammate maxes, because then at that point the high scores will be based on total XP rather than total levels, because we'll all be tied for total level. I think it'll be more fun really trying to push for high scores at that point. What's the plan for this video though? I was looking through the collection log, specifically I was looking at pets, the skilling pets. So with getting the heron, it means I'm only 2 pets away from having all the skilling pets. It's the runecraft pet and the chin pet. And I was hunting a lot of chins last video, and that was kind of what I ended the video by doing, a few hours more of chins after I finished the rumors. And I still have the urge to hunt chins, so I'm gonna finish this birdhouse and seaweed run and get started with some chins for today. Since I started doing seaweed runs, I just do them at the end of my birdhouse runs. Even though the birdhouses are 50 minutes and the seaweeds every 40 minutes, I do them both together at the same time instead of going out of the way to try and do extra seaweed runs. And I just run straight from the last birdhouse to this boat, take option 4, and it brings me right up to here. And I quickly have these 3 I can grab out, and it's very fast once you get into the rhythm of doing it. I am doing the lazy method when it comes to chins, using the reset option instead of the check and then manually set up option, because for me at least, if I'm doing a 100-hour grind, for example, I'd rather be able to do half the amount of clicks, even if it's going to make it take, say, like 20% longer, for example. You know, like I'd rather spend 120 hours chilling back watching YouTube rather than taking only 100 hours, but having to put more focus on the game the whole time. Another factor that might be a consideration for some people is that playing efficiently and burning out because of it is less efficient than playing inefficiently. Also, you can ignore the whole magic imbue thing I'm doing, just pretend like I'm not doing that after giving that speech about efficiency. Oh, that's cute. Someone left flowers here. I've never seen that here before. I feel like the only place you see flowers at are like the GE or the Wildy or max parties. I just reached 50 mil hunter XP. Look how many chins I've caught so far too, just in this video. Pretty solid hunter XP day today. Gained a bit over 1 mil XP. Ooh. Okay, I think we're good. We are leaving for a trip tomorrow morning. I'm about to go to bed right now, but tomorrow we're leaving for a trip. We're gonna be gone for 8 days. And I was kind of thinking while we're away, maybe I'll try to log on to mobile here and there and I'll stay underwater and farm the seaweed occasionally. I don't know how much free time I'll have. I don't even know if I will do any seaweed at all, but I feel like I will have some opportunity. So I'm gonna just scale set up to do that before I go to bed. And I also want to show you this how many chins I've caught so far in this video. I've caught 9.5k, and probably after I get back from the trip, maybe I'll continue on. Actually, no, Wild Gothic Sleeps is coming out the day, because we get back on July 9th, and it's coming out on the 10th. Pretty much a few hours after we get back, actually, Wild Gothic Sleeps will be coming out. Oh, and before we get started with this, or before I leave, I want to see how much giant seaweed I have. I think I started the video with like 10k, so I farmed like a bit over 1,000 giant seaweed so far in the video, but just in case I end up banking the stuff, although I don't think I'll end up banking it. We'll see though. Okay, well, I'll see you back in 8 days then. One more thing that might be interesting to know is that before I leave, I'm starting with about 1,600 doses or charges. We are back from the trip. It has been a week, and here's all the giant seaweed I've collected, about 6,000. And I just checked the bottomless bucket. Look how conveniently this worked out. This was exactly 200 charges of the bucket. I could harvest this seaweed right now, but I'm gonna wait till after I do all this math stuff, just for the sake of clean numbers, nice even 200. Now in retrospect, I probably should have been on the Arceus spellbook for the resurrect crop spell, because quite a few of the seaweed spores died, but it's fine. I ended up with 6,040 giant seaweed divided by 200 uses of the bottomless bucket means it's about 30. And this is including taking into account seaweed spores dying. And according to OSRS portal, 6,000 seaweed, the equivalent number of sand would be 36,000. And OSRS portal giant seaweed calculator says this is going to be equivalent to about 4.4 mil crafting XP. We got 14 Hespori seeds as well from the giant seaweed. They're a pretty good source of them. And, oh, I was doing some agility at the airport. Let me pick up these seaweed spores. I was doing agility at the airport, both on the way back and on the way there, and I gained almost 200k agility XP. And the farming XP I gained is 144k. By the way, did record some vlogs of our trip to Sacramento on the IRL channel, so if you want to check it out, the IRL channel is linked in every video description. I didn't open up any YouTube notifications while I was gone, and look at the amount. 247 YouTube notifications. 24/7, baby. Okay, it is time to empty out my inventory for the first time in over a week. It actually doesn't sound like that long of a time. It's so weird. Time flies by so fast now. It's really sad. Okay, boom. Wow. All right, I could do whatever I want again. While Gothic Sleeps, as of the time of recording this, While Gothic Sleeps is coming out in a few hours. I don't think we're going to do the quest on day one. Probably going to wait for a guide, maybe the Slayer Music guide to come out. But at the very least, I'll probably end up making a game update video and talking about that and all the stuff that happened over the last couple weeks. I haven't made one, but anyways, let's do the birdhouse run. And I got a lot of stuff to edit because before I left for the trip, apparently I did not edit my clips together, and I want to get all that done tonight so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. Yay, a virtual woodcutting level 113. Well, what is this? Guardian of Armadillo. I mean, it's probably something from the new quest. How far is... oh, goodbye. Before I go to bed, I want to show that I spent most of the day woodcutting today. It's like 9, almost 10 hours of woodcutting, and I did manage to get a little bit of hunter in, a little bit of chin hunting in as well. Feels good to be back in the routine of playing RuneScape again. Dang, dude, it's been a day and a half since the quest has come out, and Slayer Music already uploaded the quest guide for it, so whenever Spook Dog's down for that, we're gonna do it next day or two. About to get a virtual hunter level 113. I also just got level 113 woodcutting as well a day or two ago. 2 113s in one video. I'm doing the clues I had in my bank, and I got a Follow the Bard step, but I can't teleport with the music cape. We're definitely doing the quest tomorrow. An interesting thing has happened. My total XP on this account is now the most total XP I have on any of my accounts. The one I had most XP on before was my main account, 807.1 mil. This account is now 807.5 mil on the GIM. And that got me thinking that this is now the best account I've ever made by, I think, every single in-game metric that you can look at. Taking a look at the easier to track metrics, this is the account I have the most quest points on because I don't play the other accounts. As the new quests come out, I don't even do them. So it's the account I have the most quest points on. For the combat achievements, when I finished my UIM, the combat achievements had only been out for like 2 months at the time, and then with my main, I don't even play it at all. So this is by far the account I have the most combat achievements on. Collection logs, again, I don't really play my main, so I don't really have too many collection logs on there. And then as for my UIM account, I looked at the last video, I had 776 collection log slots on that account, so I also by far have the most collection log slots on this account. Now, one metric that I don't have the highest number on is playtime, 464 days on here, whereas my main has 597 days. But I would argue that it's more impressive to have less playtime. So the fact I have less playtime on an account that is more progressed makes it like a better account in a way. But I also played my main account since the release of OSRS, and the methods back then were a lot slower than they are now. Like I did monkfish to 99 fishing, and I chopped yew trees to 99 woodcutting. So naturally, an account that's been played since the release of OSRS is going to have less progress per playtime amount. And then just straight up looking at the bank value, this account has a bank value of a bit over 8 bill, whereas my main account is 3.3 bill. A UIM does not have a bank, but you can kind of estimate the value of the account by looking at the depth storage and the items I had on me. I mean, there's 500 mil here, maybe another 500 mil in equipped gear, and if you want to like vastly overestimate the amount of stuff I had stored in my POH, like maybe it's 2 bill total, but no, I'm sure it's nowhere even close to 8 bill worth. So this is by far the account with the most value on it. A bit more of a subjective metric, this is the account I have the best gear on. I think the main reason I say that is because of the Infernal Cape, which I don't have on my main. I suppose if I really wanted to, I could put in the time and effort to go do that, but I'm probably not going to anytime soon. And there's a lot of stuff I never bought on my main. Like I don't think I ever bought Armadillo. I definitely never bought Masori because I haven't even played it since then, but I never bought Armadillo armor. There's so many things I never bought on this account. Never bought Pegasian boots, no Kodai. And even if I wanted to, I don't have the GP on this account. Even if I sold off a lot of my stuff, I don't have the GP to be able to buy all the things. A Twisted Bow is another big one. I never had a Twisted Bow before. I had a friend that gave me a Twisted Bow just to make the placeholder in the bank, but I never actually had a Twisted Bow on this account. So I would say this account also has the best gear I've ever had on any account before. This is also by far the account I have the most pets on. I have 22 pets on the group Ironman. My main account has 5 pets, and then my UIM had... This was the most recent thing I could find. I think it had 11 pets on it. I haven't made any comparisons to my hardcore Ironman because, well, it's been over 5 years since I played it, and I never really got that much good stuff on it. It was pretty much like a road to max, rushing max, and then that was it. That was my goal. But if you are curious, my bank on the hardcore Ironman was 731 mil by the time I finished it. And it looks like I had 7 pets on the hardcore. The collection log had just come out a few months before I made this final video, but I don't think I showed the collection log anywhere in the video. I guess it wasn't as big of a deal back then as it is now. It wasn't even built into the side panel, or the, it wasn't built into this thing right here. You have to physically go get the book. Or I think there's a thing you could build in the POH as well. I mentioned that by official metrics, this account I think is my best account, but there are some unofficial metrics which my other accounts have higher than this one. For example, EHP, efficient hours played, I'm at about 1800, whereas my main account has 2100. Ignore the RuneScape 3 forum profile pic I set like almost 15 years ago. And then my UIM also had more EHP, about 2400. It is inherently easier for a main account to gain XP than it is for any kind of Ironman account, including group Ironman, because mains have access to the GE. They have an unlimited amount of resources at their disposal. Main accounts can buy bonds with real money for in-game GP, so you can essentially have as much GP as you want in-game as a normal account. So EHP for main accounts is weighted a lot differently than it is for Ironman, but group irons, their EHP is just counted the same as main accounts. Because there's so many variables that can go into this, like if you have a 2-man team versus a 5-man team, or how much your teammates are helping you out, it would be kind of difficult to set what the efficient rates are for any given level on a group Ironman because of all those variables. So they just say it's the same as main accounts, even though it's not. But this number should be a lot higher if we're going by some theoretical group Ironman efficient hours. Then we have EHB, which is efficient hours bossed. But even though this is weighted the same as a main account, with the EHB being 1174, that's, well, it's a lot more than my main account with 89 EHB, but even for my UIM, it's just over 1000, so you have a lot more bossing done on this account. Yeah, I think by every official metric, this is the best account that I've ever made / played. It was fun though, taking a little trip down memory lane and seeing what I had on my other accounts and going over those metrics that I haven't really thought about in years. This is pretty much the account that I plan to play indefinitely. I don't have plans to make or play any other account. There would have to be some kind of unforeseen catalyst, something like a new game mode, for example, to make me even consider it. but Jagex has not hinted at any new game mode at all, and even if they did, it would be a long time before it would come out. Like, people talked about Group Ironman for years, and then they finally announced it at RuneFest 2019, and from that point, it was 2 more years until GIM actually came out. And that was with them rushing it and pushing back other content to release it. So really, it should have taken even longer than that. But a new game mode is just an example of why I would make another account though. Like I said, it would be some kind of unforeseen catalyst, but the thing about unforeseen catalysts is that they're unforeseen, so I couldn't tell you if I'll ever make another account. At this moment though, no, I do not have any plans to. I'm having so much fun playing this account, and there's so many things I want to do and I'm looking forward to, and so many other like non-progress video ideas that I'm also looking forward to getting done, but doing it on this account. I'm showing a pretty quick route to get the sapphire lantern that you need for while Gothic sleeps. And yeah, as you can see, we are getting ready to do the quest now. We each went to go get 2 of the items that you need for the quest that we both didn't already have, which kind of speeds up the quest prep that way. And it is finally time to start the final quest on the group Ironman.
Wow.
Wait, do they have the quest helper for this already? Oh wait, no, never mind. It says, this is a very large quest, so it'll be a while before a quest helper is made for it. Enjoy the quest if you do it yourself. It's one of the best ever made. It's the classic teleports behind you. It's nothing personnel, kid. Oh yeah, new music track. Still have 8 more. So I guess there are 9 music tracks that just came out. We're recruiting 3 legendary Slayer Masters, Turil, Majna, and Duradel. I think Slayer Masters and Grandmaster quests have a good history. I think everything will be fine.
Yeah, definitely.
It also says, we'd like you to recruit a great warrior called Surpass. You remember that guy from Dream Mentor? Who's like scared and crying at the fight? The great warrior. Hey, it's the whole squad of all my favorite NPCs in the game. That's so cool to see all my favorite NPCs in one place.
It's like something you'd put in a Runescape music video.
It gets pretty intense near the end of the fight. That's all good. Yeah, definitely focus on switching the overheads first. And don't even worry about the combat style you're attacking with. Just focus on the overheads. I mean, because as long as you switch the overheads in time, eventually it'll switch its prayers. You know, so even if you're attacking with the wrong combat style, you may as well just keep attacking with it and switch your overheads. Ooh, look how high my stats are, 255. Well, those were really easy. Did not even have to use any supplies. And while Gothic Sleeps is completed.
Yay!
And finally, after thousands of hours of playtime, almost 3 years of playing Group Ironman, we have finally achieved the goal that we have set out for from the very beginning, the Quest Cape. He knows. I'm gonna teleport to Duradel, or they changed the option on the Karamja gloves for some reason. Well, anyways, I'm gonna talk to Duradel, and there's a reward. You get an old notebook. Read that, and oh, it's Duradel. They sent him off to a faraway farm to work on his Slayer endeavors. Oh, and I can trim my diary cape again, and I think there's still... Oh no, I got the music track. I thought there was one more I had to get, but yeah, I just got that. So yeah, got all the capes back.
Okay, back to herbivore.
All right. I guess I'll get back to chins. Americans be like. Wait, yeah, that kind of works. I guess you can't store the squall robes in the POH, but the wiki says you can claim them back for free from the guy at the... Oh yeah, it says right here. White Knight's Castle. Oh, Spookdog just got 90 Hunter, and I was doing the birdhouse run, running over to the seaweed, so I can give a little grats in person. Put me in the YouTube video. Okay, here are some of the things that I gained just in this video alone. I hunted about 16k chins, which is about 40 hours, and then I gained about 9,400 giant seaweed, which is about 156 seaweed runs in this video. And then if you want to add all the things I had from previously, so you can see the total amounts of everything I now have 28.4k red chins, and 19.5k giant seaweed. And we'll do a little price check, because why not? It's 56 mil worth of chins. If I'm getting 400 chins per hour, how much GP per hour is that? 790k. The chin pet is about 1 in 96k red chins, so I'm still nowhere near the drop rate, but making progress bit by bit. And now what I'm really looking forward to seeing is how much Hunter XP did I gain in this video. I reset it at the start, and I got 4.6 mil XP. And based on the time played here, this video has been 85 hours of in-game time. If you want to check out my duo teammate Spootdog's half of the progress and keep up with her road to max, her most recent video will be linked below in the video description. But that's all I've got for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.